Hey everybody! Have you missed me? Oh well, I've had a trip. I went on a trip. Let's get some people in here. There's 1, 6. Come on in. I won't start explaining what was going on with my absence, but I will tell it in just a minute when we get some people in here. Come on, everybody. I'm going to work on my hair a little bit. It needs fluffed up. I've been running around today. I get a phone call from my son first thing this morning, and his car's broken, and he wants to borrow my truck this week. So I'm dressed to lace up shoes. I got my coffee in my hand, and I took off over to where he lives, about 45 minutes away, and picked him up. And about the time I got there, the car dealership called and said his car was fixed. So I made a run to Asheville with really not having to, but I was ready to go, and everything was all good. Got to see my granddaughter and my daughter-in-law, and I'm back home now. Now, I know some of you are wondering, where in the world have I been? Well, I went home. I went to where I grew up. My sister Patty and I took off and went to a mini girls' weekend. There was 6 of us, and I'd asked permission to bring my sister Patty because Robert doesn't like for me to travel that far alone, and he doesn't say I can't, but I can tell he's concerned. So I asked permission to bring my sister Patty with me, and we got her a place to stay so she didn't have to put up with all of us from our class. And we just had the best time in the world. I mean, the best time in the world. And it was a cabin on the lake, and if you have anybody that needs a cabin on Reelfoot Lake, I can tell you a good place to stay. Because one of my friends from high school, her son has an outfitter's lodge, and he takes people fishing and hunting and all kinds of good stuff. But the cabin's big enough for a girls' weekend. I'm telling you, it was wonderful. It was absolutely wonderful. We had the best time. But let me tell you why I didn't tell you that I was leaving town. Because it's not safe, folks, for you to telegraph all over the world that you are leaving town. It's just not safe. So if you're on Facebook a lot and people see you're going to be out of town, that is an open door policy. Come break in my house. And I live out in the middle of the woods. And my husband was home with our dogs, but I don't want anybody breaking in on him. So I don't tell anybody. It's a safety issue because I love my husband. I love our home. I love my dogs, and I don't want anybody to get hurt. So I think it's important that we all not post pictures and stuff when we're on vacation. It's just not safe. It's not safe. So folks, you gotta protect what's yours. And I could lose my house, lose everything, but my husband and my critters are the most important thing to me, and we've got to do what's right to protect our families. So I didn't put anything out there. I got home on Sunday night about 11:30, somewhere like that. I'm having a great trip coming home. Get to within a mile of my house, and there's a tree across the road. I'm telling you, it was funny. I had to call 911. Luckily, I have 4-wheel drive, and I could get around the tree. But anybody else, they were going to run right smack dab into that tree. And I was out late enough that they got it fixed before anybody else ran across it. So I'm home. I rested yesterday, and it was good to just relax and do nothing. You always need a day of recovery after vacation. And it really wasn't a vacation. We left on Thursday and got back on Sunday. So it was a long weekend, pretty much, and it was a holiday weekend. So I'm here now. Now let's talk about what's going on. Here's the deal. We're about to run out of silver rags. Today, maybe tomorrow, we're going to run out. So you need to get your order in because we are down to just very few of them. Then we've got the multi-wands are $12 with use coupon code clutter912. Clutter912 is the coupon code for this week. Get your calendar. We've already used up a whole month. So Liz is having car trouble this morning too. She's got a flat tire. And her baby boy walked into a brick wall yesterday. You know how 5-year-olds can do. They're just nonstop. He got a big old knot on his forehead. But he's all better today. She kept the ice on it off and on all day. So folks, stuff happens. Stuff really happens. And you just have to be ready and be able to roll with it. Now, rolling with it is important because if you're dressed to shoes, you are ready to roll, pretty much. I was dressed to shoes this morning. Justin calls, Mom, I had to drive from the lake with my windows down all the way home. I said, I know that's tough. That is tough. You can do it if you have to. Now, for me, if I couldn't get my windows back up, I have plastic in the trunk of my car and duct tape, and I could have covered up that hole in no time. But he's not quite as prepared as his mother. I have had my skylight, my sunroof to get opened and wouldn't close. Something broke about it, and I was able to put duct tape around it and seal it up so it wouldn't rain inside. So folks, being prepared, having a little emergency preparedness kit in your trunk. Now, for those of you living on the Gulf Coast of Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, you got a storm coming. Are you ready to leave? Grab your office in a bag with your important papers in it. I've got one right here. Grab your red office in a bag that has your important papers in it and get away from this storm coming. It's going to turn, if it hadn't already turned back into a hurricane, it will before the day's over with. So folks, we have got to take care of ourselves and be prepared for these emergencies. We've got plenty of time here. My neckline is crooked. We've got plenty of time here to get out in a orderly fashion. We can do this. Today's Tuesday. It really feels more like Monday. It really feels more like Monday. So I'm probably going to be doing my weekly home blessing hour today sometime. I've been running up and down my stairs, but I've been gone. There are no stairs in Lake County where I grew up. There's no basements. It's just flat. So I haven't done my stairs, so I got to get back in the rotation of going up and down my basement steps, taking things down and up and down and up and down and up. It does feel like Monday. So let's do our weekly home blessing. Y'all want to do a quick one? You want to do a quickie? Let's do a quickie. So I've got my cards right here. And there's 7 cards. So the first thing we're going to do before we ever get started, let's go strip our beds. Let me find it. Let's go strip our beds, take our sheets off, and get them going in the washing machine. So that's the first thing you got to do. And I'm going to set the timer for 2 minutes. And you just go do that. You got it? Here we go. 2 minutes. And I'm going to talk about sheets and stuff while we're doing it, because we all have way too many sheets. Way too many sheets. So let's talk about sheets. And you need 2 sets of sheets for your bed. Just 2. That's all you got to have for each bed in the house. So when you take one off, you can put the other one on. Now, here's a little pre-thinking. We know that Monday is always our weekly home blessing hour, but when it's a holiday, we can move it to Tuesday. And when you go to bed Monday night, or Sunday night, tomorrow is Monday and you're going to do your weekly home blessing. Grab those sheets and lay them on your dresser so that you can put them right on your bed when you get up. Yep. Strip your bed right quick and then you're ready to go. You're thinking just a little ahead. Just one less thing you got to do to get that bed changed. Next thing, you go get dressed to lace up shoes. Start your weekly home blessing dressed to lace up shoes. Don't run around in your gown tail. That's the one thing I noticed this weekend. Of all my friends, they all had to have coffee before they started getting dressed. And I was the one that came in to make coffee with my clothes on. I was fully dressed to lace up shoes. In fact, I was the only person there in lace up shoes. Everybody had on flip-flops. I told you I grew up barefoot. But I wear my lace up shoes all the time. All the time. So having your coffee set up to brew on its own, that's great. But you got to be dressed before you start drinking it. You don't need coffee to get dressed. There's that timer. Okay, I'm going to stop it. We're going to pick a card. So somebody pick a number between 1 and 6. 1 and 6. First number pops up. That's the one I'm going to draw. 1 and 6. First number to pop up, that's the one I'm going to draw. And I'm going to count them out. Here we go. Somebody give me 5. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's mop. Okay, now everybody go get your mop. Go get your mop. And I want you to just wet it. Wet it. You ready? You got it? See, what I like to do with my mop, as soon as I get through mopping, I put a clean mop head on it. So here we go. I'm setting the timer, and I'm going to talk about mopping. We procrastinate about mopping our floors. I came home after being gone 4 days to the visitor dog. My grand dog, Molly, is a white dog. She is a Labradoodle, and she has a lot of hair. So I'm probably going to have to mop the floor a couple of times before the hair is all going to come up. So this week I'm probably going to mop every day to get all of her Molly hair up. The other 2 dogs we have are real short hair dogs. She's a fuzzy dog. Justin calls her a Velcro dog because everything sticks to her. So acorns come in, leaves come in, you name it. It all comes in the house when Molly's here. And she's just so cute. You just love, and she minds. She's a good dog. She is a real good dog. I don't understand why somebody's disagreeing with my sheet analysis, but hey, you do what you got to do. But if you hadn't got a whole lot of room in your linen closet we don't have to have a whole linen closet to have our sheets in. We really don't. And the closets at the place we were staying were full of sheets, just full of sheets. And what they usually do is just wash the ones that are on the bed and put them back on the bed. So we got too many sheets. So with mopping, we procrastinate because we usually have to do this sweeping step first. Well, with our chenille mop cloth, these little fingers here, this gets up so much dog hair that you can skip the sweeping step, wet this, put it on your mop head, and go. And you'll be surprised at how much stuff you can get done. There's a timer. Doesn't take long to mop. Okay, I'm going to stop that. Okay, give me a number, folks. Give me a number. And I'll pull it out again. From 1 to 5. 1 to 5. Give me a number. 1 to 5. First one up. No, I'm going to do the second one up this time. Second number that shows up in the there's 2 and one more number. 1, 2, come on. 3. 1, 2, 3. This one's an easy one. Run around the house and gather up all the magazines. And let's put them in the recycling. Get your magazines and put them in the recycling. Really fast. This doesn't even take 2 minutes. I think we have one magazine on my table in the front room because Robert recycles them right away after he gets through reading them. So, folks, I forgot to set the timer. Now, if you have other paperwork on hotspots, you can continue to work on that paperwork while you're after you've put the magazines away. You can work on a hotspot. So everybody go after those magazines. Let's clear off some paperwork because those hotspots where those magazines are piled on tables, the catalogs are piled on tables, they make our house look messy. And our house really isn't messy when those are cleared off. So let's just kind of let's get that taken care of. A friend just posted, I just saw it came up. I want you to keep this baby in your thoughts and prayers. His name is Ezra. He was born a month premature, and his mother is in China, and she's teaching in China, and she gave birth yesterday to baby Ezra, and he is in the NICU in China. So, folks, say a prayer for Ezra. Everybody light a candle for Ezra because Ezra is having trouble with his lungs and stuff. You know, it's just really tough. So say a prayer for him, and everybody just keep him and his mother Esther in your thoughts and prayers. Okay, we're getting ready for another. I need another number. 15 seconds to go. Let's clean off those hot spots, folks. Let's clean off some hot spots. Clean off some hot spots. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, there's the timer. So Ronnie said number 6. We don't have 6. We only got 4 cards left. 4 cards. 1 to 4. 1 to 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. No number 6. We only got 4 cards left. Number 1. No, okay, we got 2 number 1s. Okay. Go get your vacuum cleaner. Go get your vacuum cleaner. And we are going to vacuum the middles. Now, if you don't want to use your vacuum cleaner, get your carpet sweeper out. This is a great tool. We got them back in stock now. You better get them while we got them because they are like hotcakes. And let's get the middles. Let's vacuum our throw rugs. Let's do some fun things. So I'm setting the timer. You got your vacuum cleaner out? Got your vacuum cleaner out. And I'm setting the timer because we're only going to do 2 minutes. We're just going to do 2 minutes. 2 minutes. You know, when we were little, we had to make sure the vacuum lines were all going the same direction. I think about perfectionism. Wow. You know, we don't have to live that way anymore. It's your house. It is your house. It's your house. Just the middles. We'll get under those couches one day. Maybe this month we'll get under the couches. Who knows? I try to do it at least every 6 months at my house. Now I do dust mop under there or mop under there because all my couches are kind of off the floor and I can see under them. So if there's dust bunnies breeding under there, I can find them. But I don't pull my chair out very often. I don't pull the tables out. But I try to do it every 6 months. And I just work my way around the room. And I don't try to do it all at once and kill myself. I just take my time. Now, I got a weird story to tell you. Patty and I drove Thursday to Murray, Kentucky. We grew up in western Kentucky. And we were going to go see my Aunt Donna on Friday morning before we had to be at our class party. And we got up, got dressed, getting ready to leave. I called Aunt Donna because I knew she'd moved. I just didn't know where she had moved. And I called her up to say we wanted to come by and see her. And she says, well, I've got to be at the funeral home at 1 o'clock. And I said, well, what's wrong? And she says, my husband passed away last night at 9 o'clock. We were just flabbergasted. So we went and spent a little time with our Aunt Donna just to see, just to pay our respects and love on her. And she was really upset about our sister dying. And it was a good visit, but we didn't even have clothes to wear. We would have had to go on shopping to go to the funeral. And the funeral wasn't until yesterday, and we had come home on Sunday. So, folks, if you get the vacuuming done, timer's gone off. Okay. We need a number between 1 and 3. And the first number that comes up is the number I'm going to pick between 1 and 3. I know the comments run a little bit behind the live feed. Number 2. Rennie says number 2. Okay, folks, this is a fun one. We're gonna dust. We're just gonna dust with our feather dusters. We're gonna grab our feather duster. You see that feather duster right there? That's the silver one. And there's the black one. So the silver duster is just as pretty as the black one. So everybody grab your feather duster. I want you to run around the house for 2 minutes dusting. I can dust my whole house in 2 minutes. It's quite a workout, but it's fun. You can do it. You really can do this. So the timer's going. You're dusting. We were taught as children that we had to move everything off of the table. And you know what that does? That just shows where the dust is. With the feather duster, it goes all around. And I've shared it a million times how to feather dust. But you just let the feathers do all the picking up of the dust. You don't have to wipe it down. Oh my goodness, too many things popping up. I need to turn off all my announcements. So everybody, let's get to dusting. We got another minute to go. Dusting. It'll be so much fun to see that you won't be able to write your name in the dust. You just do it real fast, and you work the duster right around everything. There's no dust underneath the lamps. It is one of the best dusters you'll ever know. Oh, my girlfriends are blowing up my phone with pictures from this weekend. I mean to tell you, they are blowing up my phone. They don't even know I'm live. I'm going to have to hide that. Anyway, folks, let's get to feather dusting. We can do this. We really can do this. It doesn't take long. I just can't even stop it anymore. She's uploading so many pictures. I mean, it's just blowing up. So we got 3, 2, no, it's 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stop dusting. Now let's think about for a second. We got 2 cards left. Got 2 cards left. So somebody give me a number. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. 1 and 2. Flip a coin. Heads or tails? This will be heads. This will be tails. 1. Okay. This is 1. Gather up all the trash in your home. We're going to do this fast. Gather it up. Trash in your home. gather it all up and if you got shoes on, it's easy. Take it out to the trash can. It's real simple. Just do it. Just do it. Gather up all the trash. Every room should have a trash can. And when you empty your trash on a regular basis, instead of waiting till every Monday or Tuesday, then when you empty it every day, you never have a full trash can. It's not going to overflow and avalanche into the floor. It's always going to look good. How do you do a morning routines and not accidentally start doing a reverse scavenger hunt? Well, what if you do? It's not a problem. If you see something out of place, that's called the do it now principle. It's called the do it now principle. So folks, be good to yourself. Quit beating yourself up thinking you're doing Fly Lady wrong, because you're not. You are not doing Fly Lady wrong. Just because you mix and match a morning routine with a reverse scavenger, maybe limit yourself to 3 items to put away and then get back onto your routine. But I don't even start anything like that until I am dressed to lace up shoes. I mean, dressed all the way to lace up shoes. I've put a load of clothes in the washing machine. I've emptied the dishwasher, and it's all good. But don't beat yourself up because you decided to the do it now principle kicks in. Have fun with it and don't beat yourself up. You know, just don't do it. Stop it. Stop it now. I don't think my sister knows I'm on here, and Liz has got a flat tire, so we're kind of crazy. There's that timer. We got one more left. Okay, everybody, I want you to grab a silver rag or a purple rag, and I want you to wet it. And I have one wet one and one dry one. And then I want you to go to your doors and your bathroom mirror, and let's make them shine. It's really nice when you do this, the last one, because it's like the icing on the cake, because you've gotten the dust. Go shine your windows and get those dental floss home runs off of your bathroom mirror. It makes it easy. So I'm going to set the timer again. Grab your rags and let's get after it. That's what we got to do. We just got to get after it. You can do this. It doesn't take much. I mean, we're going to do like 14 minutes worth, and that's it. And your house is going to look good. So folks, today's Tuesday. We're doing our weekly home blessing, but yesterday was a holiday. We were all having fun yesterday. I was resting. You know, you had to, sometimes you just have to take, yep, Patty's there. Sometimes you just have to take a little vacation from the vacation and take care of yourself. I even let my sister drive, which is unheard of. Unheard of for me to let anybody else drive. And I let her drive to Chattanooga. Yep. So folks, let's have a good rest of the day. I know you're shining those windows and doors while you're listening to me. We have the ability now to make our homes just gleam. Just have a good, have a home that blesses you. I walked in the door Sunday night, and I was greeted by Critters and my sweet darling, and we were so happy to be home. So happy to be home. And because I didn't have cell coverage down there, and all I could do was send Robert an email. I couldn't talk to him. First time I've ever been on a trip where I couldn't talk to him, except when I was on a cruise. And one cruise he was with me. So here goes the timer, folks. That's a wonderful sound. You've gotten it done. And y'all, I had 2 cups of kick butt coffee this morning, and I have got the So folks, let's get back to, we've been doing back to basics. Weekly home blessing is a basic thing. A lot of people don't get around it because they got too much clutter. But we don't have to clear all the clutter just to get the middles and do the doors and stuff. Everybody take a few minutes today to just drink your water. I'm going to walking up and down some stairs, and let's take care of ourselves. You need a break. You need a break from your little holiday weekend too. So folks, take some time for yourself and enjoy some quiet, just a little quiet. And let's have a good day. And tomorrow, what's tomorrow? What is tomorrow? I know today seems like Monday, but it's not. It's Tuesday. What's tomorrow? Start making your list today. What's tomorrow? Tomorrow is... What's tomorrow? It's Wednesday. What is Wednesday? Somebody write it. Okay, folks, I'm not going off the air until somebody says what tomorrow is. I'm just going to hold out until somebody writes it. Anti, she's giving you a hint. Come on, everybody. Yep, we do menu plan. Anti-procrastination day. Leslie gets it. Yay, Leslie. So, folks, have a good day. Think about what you're going to take care of tomorrow. Get it started. Make your list. What have you not done? I have got to make an appointment with the person who does ultrasounds, and I got to get my neck ultrasound done because they hadn't called me, and I've given them a week and a half. So I got to get that done. What else? I need to clean out my car. It looked really pretty. My son washed it for me before I went home. And, folks, nothing says I love you like a clean car. I meant empty all the trash cans. Empty all the trash cans. If you got loose trash hanging around, throw that in there too. So everybody, have a good day. I got lots to do. And I worked real hard to get caught up. And Miss Rebecca, she kept things going for me with our testimonials. And she did a great job. I was so proud of her. Folks, let's have a good day. Remember, we're about out of silver rags. We're about out of them. I love you all. Love you all. I will see you later. Bye. My little pointer's not working. There we go.